Hello, welcome back to Mini Myths. For today's video, I am going to be telling a myth that teaches us to heed warnings and listen to our parents or people wiser than us because they know what they're talking about. This is the story of Icarus. I hope you enjoy it. So, there was once an inventor called Daedalus, and he was being forced to work for an evil, selfish queen who wanted him to create nice things for her and only her. To make sure he did this, the evil queen said that if he didn't, she would never let him see his son, who was called Icarus. And so, for a long time, Daedalus did as the queen said, and he was allowed to see Icarus once a week. One day, Daedalus decided that he didn't want to do what the queen said anymore, and so he planned an escape for him and his son. He told the queen that he was going to make her something very pretty, and to do so, he would need lots of feathers and wax. And so the queen gave him everything he needed, not knowing that he was lying. Over the next few weeks, Daedalus didn't leave the tower he was trapped in, and instead of making the queen something pretty, he made 2 sets of feather and wax wings. When Icarus went to see him that week, Daedalus gave him a set of wings, and told him that together they were going to jump out of the high tower window and fly to a place in Italy called Sicily, where they would be safe from the evil queen. Before they jumped, Daedalus told his son that when flying, he shouldn't fly too close to the sea in case the feathers got wet and the wings were ruined, and then they'd stop working, and also that he shouldn't fly too close to the sun, or the wax holding the wings together would melt, and he would fall and die. Icarus said that he understood, and together, he and his father leapt out of the tower and began flying like birds across the sky, and away from the island of Crete and the evil queen. When they were quite far away from Crete and almost at Sicily, Icarus got very excited, as this was his first time being free. In his excitement, he forgot what his dad had said and flew up and up until he almost touched the sun. Suddenly, the wax melted and the wings fell apart, and Icarus began falling from a great height. Now, you'll learn about this in science, but when you fall from very high up and land on water, it is like hitting solid ground. And so when Icarus hit the water, he died instantly. Daedalus saw what happened to his son and began crying, and he continued crying and flying until he made it to Sicily. And this is where we leave that myth. The tale of Icarus is one that tells you to listen to your parents, as usually they'll tell you not to do things to protect and care for you, and so that's what this myth teaches us. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment or subscribe. If you know any friends who might like this channel, please let them know. And if you learn about myths in school, I would really appreciate you telling your teacher about my channel. Let's keep classics alive. I will see you next time on Mini Myths.